My name is Shelby Afton. I'm 28 years old, and for 5 years, I was the only one who showed up. Not sometimes, not when it was convenient, not when there was something to gain. Every week, every visit, every single time. My grandmother, Dorothy Hargrove, lived in a nursing home just 40 minutes from where most of my family lived. Close enough for a short drive, close enough for a Sunday visit, close enough for a phone call afterward. But no one came. No birthday cards. No holiday calls. No quick check-ins. Nothing. For 5 years, her visitor log had one name, mine. And I didn't think that made me special. I thought it made me normal. It started the year she sold her house. The house had been in our family for over 4 decades. White walls, a wraparound porch, rose bushes planted by my grandfather the year they got married. It wasn't just a house. It was where every memory lived. When my grandfather passed, she stayed there alone for years. She handled everything herself. Groceries, bills, yard work, until one day, she fell. Not a dramatic fall, no ambulance scene, just a quiet moment in the kitchen reaching for something too high. But it changed everything. The doctor told her what no one wants to hear. You can't live alone anymore. So she made a decision. She sold the house, used the money to move into a care facility, and that's when the family turned on her. They didn't say it directly, but you could hear it in the way they talked. She's throwing away the house. That was our inheritance. She didn't even ask us. It wasn't about her safety. It was about the money. And when she chose independence over waiting for permission, they chose silence. One by one, they stopped calling, stopped visiting, stopped showing up, until eventually, they stopped pretending. I didn't. I started visiting the week she moved in, Tuesdays after my night shift, Saturdays in the morning, 2 hazelnut coffees every time. We didn't do anything big. We sat. We talked. Sometimes we just stayed quiet. And I noticed things. The empty chair across from her. The way she checked the mail slot even when there was nothing there. The way she never asked about anyone, but always remembered everyone. She wasn't confused. She was waiting. At first, a few people came. An uncle visited once. An aunt called during Christmas. But it faded fast. By month 6, it was just me. I never made it a big deal, and neither did she. We didn't talk about who wasn't there, because we both already knew. One night, my mom called. Out of nowhere. We hadn't talked about Grandma in months. She's still at that place? She asked. Yes. There was a pause. Then she said something I'll never forget. Why do you keep going? I thought I misheard her. What do you mean? If there's nothing left, why are you still visiting? Nothing left. That's how she described her own mother. Like an empty account. I sat there in my apartment, still in scrubs, staring at my phone. Because she's my grandmother, I said. There was silence. Then she sighed. Donna thinks you're playing the long game. The long game for what? For whatever money is left. I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, because it didn't make sense. She used that money to pay for care. There's nothing left. Then why are you still going? That question stayed with me, not because it confused me, because it showed me something. To them, showing up only mattered if there was something to gain. I didn't tell Grandma about that call. I just kept going, like always. Year 2 is when things changed. Not with the family, with the facility. At first, it was small. Her water pitcher was empty. Her clothes weren't being changed properly. The call button didn't work. Then I saw the bruises. And I knew. Something wasn't right. I'm a nurse. I know what accident bruises look like. These weren't accidents. They were grip marks. When I asked, she brushed it off. It's nothing. But then she looked at the door and quietly said, The night nurse gets rough sometimes. That was enough. I didn't wait. I took her to her doctor, documented everything, filed complaints, started digging, and what I found was worse than I expected. Understaffing, ignored incidents, unreported falls. They weren't taking care of her. They were barely managing her. Then she fell again. This time, she broke her hip. No one from the family called. No one came. I moved her out within 72 hours. Paid the deposit. Myself. Money I didn't have. Money I needed for other things. Didn't matter. She needed someone to show up. So I did. Then I filed a lawsuit. Not for money. For accountability. The case took years. 3 years. 3 years of paperwork. Depositions. Waiting. 3 years of silence from the family. But during those years, my grandmother did something I didn't know about. She bought a notebook, a small blue one, and every night, she wrote one line. Who showed up today? And for 5 years, the answer was the same. Shelby came, no one else. By year 3, I stopped expecting anything from my family. Not calls, not visits, not even basic concern. But I hadn't stopped noticing. We had a family group chat, 23 people. Birthdays, graduations, random photos. Everyone was active, just not for her. I tried. At first, I posted updates. Grandma moved to a new place. She's doing better. No replies. A few hours later, my aunt posted her daughter's graduation photo. 17 reactions in 10 minutes. I tried again. Grandma started physical therapy today. Nothing. Then someone changed the topic. Who's hosting Thanksgiving? It wasn't subtle. It was deliberate. They saw the messages. They just chose not to respond. After a while, I stopped sending updates. Not because I didn't care. Because I understood. They didn't want to be reminded. Then I found out something worse. There was another group chat. The real one. The one without me. I found out by accident. One message got sent to the wrong thread, deleted quickly, but not fast enough. It said, "Don't worry. She won't last another winter. The nursing home will use up the rest anyway." I stared at my phone. Read it again, and again. They weren't just absent, they were waiting. Waiting for her to be gone. Waiting for the money to disappear. Waiting for it all to end quietly. That was the moment something in me shifted. Not anger, clarity. I wasn't the one holding the family together. I was the only one still connected to her. Her birthday came that year. I baked cupcakes, her favorite lemon. I showed up early. We sat together in her room. Nurse Patty brought a card, signed by the staff. 12 names, 12 strangers who cared more than her own family. She smiled. She thanked everyone. Then she glanced at the mail slot. Empty. She didn't say anything. She never did. Later that night, I watched her open the notebook. She wrote slowly, carefully. Birthday. Shelby came. Nurse Patty sang. No one else. No emotion. Just fact. That hurt more than anything else. Thanksgiving came next. I decided to try one more time. One last attempt. Dinner. At my Aunt Donna's house. Big table. Everyone there. 22 people. I waited until the plates were cleared. Then I stood up. Grandma is only 40 minutes away, I said. She's doing okay, but she's alone. Silence. I was thinking maybe we could all go visit her this weekend. Donna didn't hesitate. She's fine, she said. The facility takes care of her. She's lonely, I said. She writes down who visits her. It's only me, Donna smiled. That controlled, polite smile. Well, that's because you keep going. I stared at her. 40 minutes, I said. That's all it takes. She looked around the table, and, just like that, she controlled the room. Let's not ruin the holiday. That was it. Conversation over. No argument, no discussion, just shut down. And suddenly, I was the problem, the one making things uncomfortable, the one bringing drama. I drove home that night in silence, hands tight on the steering wheel, and for the first time, I admitted the truth. They didn't forget her. They chose not to come. 2 days later, Donna texted me. 3 messages, back to back. I don't know what game you're playing. You need to stop. You're making her sad. I read it twice, then a third time. She said that my visits were hurting Grandma. That showing up was the problem. For a moment, just a moment, I almost believed her. Then I thought about the notebook. Shelby came. No one else. That wasn't causing pain. That was exposing it. I didn't reply. I didn't argue. I didn't explain. I just kept going. Every Tuesday, every Saturday, coffee in hand, same seat, same quiet conversations. She never asked why no one came. But one day, she turned the notebook toward me. Because I want to. Remember, she said, and because I want proof. I didn't understand then, but I would. Soon. Because everything was about to change. By the 4th year, I stopped counting. What my family didn't do. Because it was always the same. Nothing. But something else started changing. Quietly. Without anyone noticing. My grandmother became precise. More observant. More intentional. She never missed a detail. Never forgot a date. Never asked twice. And every night, she kept writing. The notebook was almost full. Page after page. Day after. Same pattern. Same truth. Shelby came. No one else. Then one morning, something different happened. I walked into her room like I always did. Saturday, 10 a.m. 2 hazelnut coffees. But she wasn't in her usual chair. She was dressed. Fully dressed. Navy blue cardigan. Hair pinned perfectly. A touch of lipstick. She looked prepared. You look nice, I said. She smiled. I wanted to look like myself. Then I noticed something. The notebook. Not on the nightstand. Not tucked away. In her lap. Are you okay? I asked. She looked at me calmly, clear, focused. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. I thought she meant something small. A good day. A visit. I didn't understand yet. Then she said something else. They're all coming today. I froze. All of them? She nodded. I counted. 19. 19. People who hadn't shown up in 5 years. People who didn't call. Didn't visit. Didn't care. Now they were coming. All at once. I didn't ask. Why? But I already knew. The lawsuit. 3 years of waiting. 3 years of silence. It had finally ended. And she had won. $2.3 million. Not because she chased money. Because someone finally admitted. What happened to her mattered. The article came out quietly. Local paper. Legal section. Small print. But in a small town, that was enough. They found out. And suddenly, they remembered. Donna organized everything. A family reunion. At the nursing home. Food assignments. Arrival times. Fake enthusiasm. 19. Confirmations. 19 people who hadn't shown up once. And now, they were all coming. I stood there holding the coffee, watching my grandmother sit calmly, notebook on her lap. Are you sure you're ready? I asked. She took a slow sip, set the cup down. I've been ready for 1,826 days. That number stayed with me. 1,826 days. 5 years. Every day. Recorded. Every absence documented. This wasn't emotional. This was evidence. By 10 a.m., they started arriving. Donna came first. Flowers in hand. Tears. Ready. Mom, I'm so sorry. She hugged her. Too tight. Too fast. Grandma hugged back. Brief. Polite. The flowers were wrong. Grandma's favorite had always been daisies. Donna didn't know that. Craig came next. With his family. A cake. Still had the price sticker on it. Someone called her a nickname she never had. Someone else talked too. loudly. One by one, they filled the room, 19 people, laughing, talking, acting like they had always been there. But something was off. The smiles were too sharp, the apologies too rehearsed, the timing too perfect. They weren't here for her. They were here for the number, $2.3 million. I stood in the corner, watching, and my grandmother remembered everything, every name, every face, every detail, like a teacher taking attendance. She greeted them all, kindly, calmly, as if nothing had happened, as if 5 years hadn't passed. The room filled with noise, small talk, excuses. We should have come sooner. Life got busy. You know how things are. She nodded, smiled, poured tea. She didn't correct them. She didn't argue. She didn't need to, because she already knew something they didn't. They thought this was a reunion. But it wasn't. This was a reckoning. About 30 minutes in, the conversation shifted. Donna led it. Of course she did. We're just so happy about the settlement. You've been through so much. Then someone said it. Too soon. We should talk about the future. How you want to use the money. The room went silent. Too fast. Too obvious. They showed their hand. And that's when everything changed. My grandmother set her teacup down. A small sound, but it cut through the room. Then she said, "You're right. Let's talk." Donna relaxed. Craig leaned forward. A few smiles returned. They thought they had control. They thought this was going their way. Then, she added one more sentence. "But first, I'd like to read you something." And she picked up the notebook. The small blue notebook. The one no one knew about. The one that held 5 years of truth. And in that moment, I understood. This wasn't about money. This wasn't about revenge. This was about something much simpler. Proof. The room went quiet. Not completely. You could still hear small things. A cup touching a saucer. Someone shifting in their chair. Breathing. A little too loud. 19 people. All waiting. My grandmother adjusted her glasses. Opened the notebook. No rush. No emotion. Just ready. 5 years ago, she said, I started keeping a record. Her voice was steady, clear, the same tone she probably used for decades in a classroom. Every day, I wrote down who visited, who called, who showed up. A pause. That's all. Just the facts. Donna let out a small laugh. Nervous. Mom, you don't have to do this. My grandmother raised her hand. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just enough. I'd like to read. Silence. No one stopped her. She looked down, turned to the first page, and began. March 8th, 2021. Shelby visited, brought coffee, no one else. The words landed softly. Too softly. No one reacted yet. March 9th. No visitors, no calls. Still, nothing. March 10th. No visitors, no calls. Someone shifted in their seat. March 13th. Shelby visited. Brought flowers, no one else. Now it started. Not loud, not dramatic, just awareness. Slowly spreading across the room. She kept reading. No anger, no emphasis, no accusation. Just facts. April 2nd. Easter. No visitors. No calls. Craig looked down. July 4th. No visitors. Donna crossed her arms. October 14th. My birthday. Shelby came. Nurse Patty sang. No one else. That one hit. You could feel it. The air changed. Marlene started crying. Quietly at first. My grandmother didn't stop. December 25th. Christmas. Shelby visited. No calls from children. No one interrupted. No one could. Because nothing she said was wrong. She turned pages. Not all of them. There were too many. Just enough. Enough to make it clear. This wasn't a moment. This was a pattern. 5 years of it, line after line. Shelby came, no one else, over and over. Like attendance, like truth, like something no one could argue with. 4 minutes. That's all it took. Then she stopped, closed the notebook, and looked up. 19 people. Not one of them speaking. Not one of them able to meet her eyes. 1,826 days, she said. One visitor. Silence. Real silence. Now. Heavy. Unavoidable. Donna was the first to break. Mom, we were busy. Life happens. We always cared about you. Excuses. Late. Weak. My grandmother didn't argue. She opened the notebook again. Flipped to a marked page. June 15th, 2023, she read. Donna posted family barbecue photos. 47 likes. A pause. Her house is 38 minutes away. She looked up. No. Visit. Donna's face changed. Color gone. Craig tried next. Mom, we know we were wrong, but we're here now. My grandmother nodded. I know you're here. Now. A pause. I also know why. That ended it. No more pretending. No more hiding. Everything was out. Marlene broke completely. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She was crying hard now. Real. Not rehearsed. My grandmother softened. Just a little. I know. Marlene. Then she looked at the rest, and the softness disappeared. Donna stood up. This isn't fair. Her voice changed. Sharp. Controlled. You sold the house. You pushed us away. And now you're blaming us? Then she turned to me. And you put her up to this. Every eye in the room moved. To me. The accusation. The shift. The same pattern. Blame the one who showed. Up. I opened my mouth. My grandmother raised her hand again and stopped everything. Shelby didn't tell me to do anything. Her voice was calm. She just showed up. That was it. That was the truth. Nothing else needed. Donna had no response, no angle, no way out. Then she tried one last move. Is she even okay? She said. Is this accurate? She turned toward the nurse, looking for doubt, for weakness, for anything. Nurse Patty stepped forward. Calm. Professional. Your mother is one of the sharpest residents. Here, she said. She completes her crossword in pen. A pause. And in 3 years? She is the only one who has ever signed the visitor log. And just like that, there was nothing left. No argument. No denial. No escape. Just truth. Sitting in the middle of the room, and no one could move it. My grandmother closed the notebook, placed her hands on it. Then she said one final thing. My will has already been updated. The room tightened. Every person felt it. This money is not family money. Her voice? Steady. It is compensation for what I went through. Donna's voice shook. The will was supposed to be equal. My grandmother looked at her. The old will was written when I had children who visited. Silence. I changed it based on 5 years of evidence. No anger. No revenge. Just logic. Then she said the sentence that ended everything. You don't give your time to people who don't show up. And you don't leave what you have to people who didn't stay. No one spoke, because there was nothing left to say. No one argued after that. Not really. The room didn't explode. There was no shouting. No dramatic exits. Just quiet collapse. Marlene stayed in her chair, crying, holding Grandma's hand. Craig sat still, eyes down, hands pressed into his knees. Donna stood up, picked up her purse, walked halfway to the door, then stopped, because she knew. If she walked out now, everyone would remember. So she sat back down and said nothing. For the first time in her life, she had no control over the room. My mother didn't cry. She just sat there, still, looking at my grandmother, like she was seeing her for the first time. Not as a parent, but as someone she had failed. Eventually, People started leaving. No speeches. No apologies that mattered. Just quiet exits. Donna left first. No goodbye. Just walked out. Her heels hitting the floor too fast. Craig followed, stopped at the door, turned back, opened his mouth, then closed it, and left. Marlene stayed. She moved her chair closer, held Grandma's hand. Didn't say much, but she stayed. And for the first time in 5 years, that mattered. My mother was last. She walked up slowly. Mom, I. My grandmother looked at her. Not angry, just tired. I don't need an apology, she said. I needed you to show up. A pause. Now go. Home. That was it. No yelling, no punishment, just truth. And my mother left. The room emptied. The noise was gone. Back to quiet. Back to normal. Like it had always. I sat next to my grandmother. She reached for my hand. Soft, steady. Thank you, she said. For every Tuesday. For every Saturday. I nodded. I'll be here next Tuesday too. She smiled. Then she picked up the notebook and handed it to me. Keep it. I don't need to write anymore. Next week, everything started to unfold. Donna contacted lawyers, tried to challenge the will, said I manipulated my grandmother, said I influenced her decisions, said I controlled access. I didn't argue. I sent one message. The notebook has 1,826 entries. Every day, every visit, every absence. If anyone wants to read it, they can come. No one replied, because they knew. There was nothing to fight. The will was solid, witnessed, signed, verified, and backed by 5 years of proof. Donna's case fell apart before it started. Marlene called me. I'm not fighting it, she said. I was wrong. I didn't say anything, because I didn't need to. She already knew. A few weeks later, she visited again. Alone. Brought coffee, hazelnut. She asked me what Grandma liked. That mattered. Because she asked. 5 years late, but she asked, and my grandmother noticed. She should have asked sooner, she said. Then she smiled. But now counts too. The town heard about it, not officially. Just word spreading. At diners, at church, at grocery stores. The story stayed. Simple. She kept a notebook and read it to them. That was enough. Donna felt it the most. Clients pulled away, quietly. No confrontation, just distance. Because people notice things like that. Who shows up, who doesn't. One day, she sent a message. You destroyed this family. My grandmother read it, then put her phone down and went back to her crossword. I didn't destroy anything, she said. I just stopped pretending. My mother called me later. Her voice, different, tired. Do you know what it felt like, hearing your name over and over? I paused. I asked you to come, I said. Every week. Silence. I know, she whispered. I was afraid. Of what? The family. I closed my eyes. Taking Grandma's side isn't choosing against anyone. It's just showing up. She cried. Quiet. Real. I'll try, she said. Saturday, 10 m. 3 weeks later, she showed up. Not perfect, not fixed, but she came. And that mattered. Now, I still go every Tuesday, every Saturday. 2 hazelnut coffees, same as always. The notebook stays with me. I've read it more times than I can count. Every page the same. Simple. Honest. Unarguable. Recently, I bought another one. Same blue cover. Same size. First page. I wrote, Tuesday, visited Grandma. She finished her crossword faster than me. I smiled when I wrote it. Because now, I understand. It's not about keeping score. It's about remembering who was there and who wasn't. If you're the one who shows up, if you're the one driving across town, if your name is the only one on the list, you're not invisible. You're the only thing that mattered. And one day, Someone will remember. Every single time you came.